This might be the happiest canceled car Tuesday in the history of the series. Seriously, guys, this is one of my favorite pieces in my entire collection. Not just canceled cars. When I think about my favorite car, I think about Albert Hinkey, Big Al, the big Lightning McQueen fan RV. I think about the retread trailer, and I think about this guy, the Gasprin Semi Cab that was unfortunately canceled in 2010. He was going to be released as a full hauler along with the Vitaline and Vuzine haulers. They're seen on the back of the packagings of the final haulers like Ben Crankleshaft. So they were very, very close to getting released. However, only a few prototypes leaked out, and the Gasprin Semi was one of the more, I don't know if I would say prominent ones, but for example, I have seen more of him leak out than the Vitaline and Vuzine semis, although there are a few of those as well. And there are one set of the entire haulers as well that somebody has that I would absolutely love to obtain one day. But yeah, that's maybe a topic for another day. I do have a custom hauler that we'll get to as well. But yeah, a lot to talk about today for Canceled Car Tuesday. Very excited to get into this one. Now, usually I ask you guys for fan-made names, and I actually reached out to my Discord server just a few minutes ago to get some name suggestions, but it didn't seem like anyone was up and willing to produce one for me. So I just actually looked through the credits of cars, and I actually named this guy the N2O Cola canceled semi after Jeremy Lansky or something, and he is two title slides before. Obviously, I named him Jeremy Lansky after Jeremy Lansky, and Jeremy Lansky was like two credit slides ahead of the guy I named this one after, and that is Tim Mileron, named after Tim Mileron. So I think it's a pretty decent name. I just kind of came up with it on the fly, but I like that it is very close to the guy who I named the N2O Cola semi after. So that's his name for now, but let me know in the comment section below if you come up with a better one. I think there's a good image of the trailer. There's a decent one at least, so I'll toss that. Either way, I know from the Blu-ray Finder game there's a good image of the trailer, so I'll at least put that there on the screen, but obviously the semi himself does not appear in the movie. None of the semis actually do, except for like the Kings. I don't even know if Chick Hicks's semis appears in Cars 1, but obviously Gray Semi does. Now, I absolutely love his expression. He is dialed in. Like, this is the definition of dialed in. He is just, I don't know, it literally looks like he's racing for Floyd Mulvihill. He looks more intense than Floyd does, which is great. Like, it's great to have a semi-cab on the job who is just as intense and dedicated as you are about racing. Like, that's who you want on your team. Like, that's who you want on the Gasprin team. Speaking of teams, I was considering doing this as a Team Gasprin video, but I thought it would be more special to celebrate the canceled car semi instead of just reviewing this, which I already have done, the custom hauler, and then the crew chief. So yeah, I think this was definitely the best way to go about it. And obviously we have the other racers, which I've done a couple times before as well. Now, he's not in perfect condition. As you can see, he has a few chips here and there, but I'm not complaining about it. Now, as all haulers do have, they have this plastic mouth plate in the front here. They were able to match the colors really well on this one, like that yellow. Pretty similar, pretty darn close to this yellow. Whereas with the N2O Cola Semi, that is not pretty darn close to that. They're actually very, very different. But usually they do a pretty good job with these. He has the number 70 there on either side. On his cap, he has the Gasprin logo on the white background, as every single Cars 1 semi-cab has. Logo on top of a white background. That is what distinguishes them from the Cars 3 semis, like Xavier Rodalt. Now taking a look here at the back, you can see that this guy was going to be attached to a trailer. Like, he wasn't just going to be released as a deluxe semi in the just regular deluxe line, because he has the gray insert in the hole there. You could tell, like this hauler, for example, was just released as a normal deluxe. Like this is just your typical RPM Semi Deluxe. Because he doesn't have the gray insert in there, a hitch would not latch in there. It wouldn't click into place. Like it would slide in, but it wouldn't securely click in, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like if you turn it upside down, it would fall right on out. The gray piece in here indicates that there was going to be a hauler attached to it. The license plate reads 65F83. I think I put that on like a quiz. You guys know on my community, sometimes I do quizzes for giveaways. And I think one of my questions was like, what is the license plate number off the Gasprin Semi cab? Because I think I showed it one time in one of my videos before. And so, yeah, I kind of hopefully didn't make anyone upset with that. But I think I showed it in my canceled car collection video several years ago now. I always love that they put the logos for the sponsors on the mud flaps. I thought that was a really great detail, and they're on here as well. Just a beautiful yellow, like so vibrant, and honestly the expression is the best part in my opinion of Tim here, because he's just so in the zone. Oh my goodness. Maybe he's gaming, like maybe he's off on the side, he's not even watching the race, he's just like gaming on something. Like I could totally imagine that. Or maybe he's just grinding through crypto, looking at his stocks, seeing as they're just absolutely tanking. Oh my gosh. I guess as we're mentioning a mature topic, it's probably the best time to suggest the movie Nocturnal Animals because of the Copa demons, you know. Gotta keep this adult-esque. This video is not made for kids. It's family friendly, but it's not made for kids. Now we're going to compare him to a few other Gasprin team members. This is the Thailand variant of Floyd Mulvihill, which I just recently reviewed. They look great together. Now, obviously, Tim has a lot more yellow than blue, but his trailer was going to be entirely blue with decals on top of it, so that would have been where the contrast came into play and where he really would have looked fantastic with the Floyd Mulvihill racer here. It does feel a little weird comparing a Thailand car to a Chinese release here, or a Chinese canceled car. I don't know, it just feels weird like mixing and matching them. Even though it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But the Thailand version was much more gettable for me in my collection, because otherwise I would have to dig into the Motor Speedway of the South set to get the Chinese version of him. And it would have been the legit Motor Speedway of the South set version too. Unless I had like a factory custom version, which I don't think I do. It's kind of hard to explain to you guys when I talk about the ease of getting some of the cars in my collection, especially the Piston Cup stuff, because they're in multiple places. We have the Peterson Automotive Museum display. You guys saw that video. That's impossible to get because I can't lift the giant glass cube off of it by myself. So can't go down there. Plus it's in the basement, and this is on the second floor, my studio is. Then the second option is not too bad, but it's in my other Motor Speedway of the South set, which is in that glass display table that you probably have seen in my collection video. And I always have a ton of stuff on top of that, so I have to lift the entire lid off, and it's kind of a hassle. The third option is in my, basically a vault. It's not a vault, but it's where I keep the legit Motor Speedway of the South cars for my second set. That is, so the Motor Speedway of the South set that is in the Peterson Automotive Museum. Oh my gosh, this is getting so complicated. But the cars in that one, they aren't the legit Motor Speedway of the South set ones because I want to protect them, and so they're up here with me in a case essentially, and I could go in there and unwrap them and get that. So yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to tell you guys that, but you know, it's just kind of a look into the behind the scenes of these videos, some of the production logistical things. And I guess there's a fourth method, which is if I have an extra or a factory custom, they're in jammers, which are basically those acrylic cases, the plastic transportable cases that usually are used for Hot Wheels. So yeah, here is a custom Gasprin crew chief by 4-Wheel Drive 7. Just using the RPM crew chief because their yellow shades are almost identical. So this looks really good. Super simple, super easy. Didn't have to drill out the rivets or anything, and so happy to have this one in my collection. And we also have a toolbox, which was also super easy to make. Would have been nice if it didn't have the white background there, but it had to cover up the RPM logo behind it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a pity for Gasprin. That's the only team member I don't have. And the factory customizers have not done one of the trucks yet as well. And maybe they never will, but it seems like every year they do come out with a few more of them. Next up, we have the Cars 3 Floyd Mulvihill, which is a lot different from the Cars 1 version. Because now you can see just like this explosion of pills on his hood. And the yellow and blue colors are a little altered. So a lighter blue, a little bit greener yellow, I'd say. It's a little bit more snotty, like mustard colored. So I'm not a big fan of this color scheme, to be completely honest with you. It doesn't look super great with our boy Tim. But you still got the Hood-Ache Relief slogan, which is great to see. Then you have Richie Gunzit, the next gen, who's extremely different from the color scheme that we've seen before on Gasprin, because he's introduced purple, or like a magenta color. Came out of left field. It's like, who in the Gasprin marketing team was like, we're going to put some purple in the logo now. They'll never see it coming. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we had no idea. I do like Richie Gunzit, but he kind of is just absorbed into the rest of the blue and green, purplish next gens. There's too many. He's just got a weird color scheme. But I do remember there was a lot of hype when he was initially released. And he was initially released right along the same time as his Fireball Beach version. And that version came from China. Of course, I have a canceled Chinese Floyd Mulvihill that's not the Fireball Beach version. So there's a lot of Gasprin stuff going on. A lot of Gasprin cancellations as well. All right. I guess that just leaves the custom hauler from Jim Scavenger that I'll pull up now. Now you guys might be wondering, why is the trailer white when you said it was supposed to be blue? Well, the only way to get it blue, I feel, would be to paint it or use the Mood Springs trailer. And the Mood Springs trailer is very rare, very hard to obtain. And even if you were able to obtain one and you were able to overcome the demons inside of you, yelling at you, telling you not to sacrifice such a rare car for a custom, you would have a very difficult time removing those 12-year-old decals on a Mood Springs trailer. But I feel like that would be the best color match. And so it's much easier to use the new Walmart trailers that are just white. They work for anything. You know, you can make any trailer you want because you could just put the decals on top of it. White goes with anything and it looks really good. Obviously the Semi he did have to paint, but it looks phenomenal too. I'm definitely going to say I prefer the canceled version though. The expression's 100% better. But Jim Scavenger still did a great job replicating it. And if I didn't have the canceled version, this would be definitely among some of my favorite customs. The trailer is really nicely done. Like the decals are so smooth. Very cool. I've been trying to get Jim Scavenger to do a tank coat hauler for a long time. Again, he could just use this white Walmart hauler. Paint the semi-cab pink. Bam. Oh my gosh. I want one so bad. Alright guys, well that is all. Wait, nope. That is not all. I guess I did want to briefly compare him to the RPM Semi here because they're pretty much the same color. There's been a lot of anecdotal parts to this video. I've been telling a lot of stories, so it's kind of gone on a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. Just fun doing these Canceled Car Tuesday videos. I get to share with you guys one of my favorite, or some of my favorite cars. You know, all these canceled cars I absolutely love. Speaking of which, here are a couple other of my semis that have been canceled. You have Easy Idol. Now, he was supposed to be released in a larger set with the Pity and Racer. So you guys know they did those larger team sets. They'd have the Hauler, the wide Pity typically, and then the Racer. They did that for like Rusty's, Dynaco, Chick Hicks, Octane Gain, Nitro-Aid, Bumper Save, maybe Leakless as well. produced some exclusive pitties. The Bumper Save Octane Gain and Nitro pitties from those sets were exclusive to those sets. And then here is the N2O Cola Semi Jeremy Lansky that I reviewed last fall. Which one do you prefer? There's actually a bunch of pictures online of both of these guys together. For whatever reason, somebody way back in 2010 had both photographed them from a bunch of different angles, uploaded them. I don't know who it was, but these two are iconic. They're very well associated with each other because of those pictures. But yeah, which do you prefer? It's a tough call for me. Like, I prefer the color purple over yellow, but this expression's better. And I hate how the colors are so mismatched on the N2O Cola one. But I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know in this moment. But thank you guys for watching this episode of Canceled Car Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below. Whatever you want to let me know. I don't know. What's your favorite Piston Cup sponsor? What's your favorite Gapsrin team member? What's your favorite Gapsrin racer? What's your favorite Piston Cup hauler? So many questions I could possibly ask. And if you have any canceled cars, let me know. People ask how I get these. It's just really eBay and Facebook and stuff like that. Nothing too special. I don't have any contacts. Just like you guys. You know, eBay is a public platform and so is Facebook. So I will see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.